Welcome back, friends. Miss Dempsey here, and today we will be reading another new poem and practicing our compound words. Just to review, a compound word is when two words are put together to make a new word with a new meaning. For example, cup and cake equal cupcake. Today's poem is The Shellfish and the Seagull. A seagull is a bird that you find at the beach or seaside. And a shellfish is a type of crustacean or fish that has an outer exoskeleton, like a crab. This little guy is a crab. We're going to be reading our poem 3 times today. The first time, we're going to enjoy our poem as well as listen to what's happening. The second time we read through, we're going to try to find some compound words. And on the third time, we're going to echo read it to practice our poem. So this poem is about a shellfish and a seagull, and they're both things that you can find at the beach or seashore. Have you ever visited the seaside? What did you see when you were there? Miss Dempsey has been to the beach before. I love going there in the summertime. When I'm at the beach, I've seen crabs and hermit crabs. I've also seen horseshoe crabs. I've seen lots of seagulls. You have to be careful of your food when you're around seagulls. They try to snatch it up if you're not careful. Let's read our poem. The Shellfish and the Seagull. There was a little shellfish by the seaside in the sand. He crawled along the seashore where the water met the land. The shellfish thought he was alone and somewhat out of reach until a hungry seagull came and ate him on the beach. Oh my goodness! What just happened in this poem? This poem was about a tiny crab that was walking along the beach, and all of a sudden, a seagull flew in and ate him. I've seen seagulls doing that too. They really do hunt along the beach for food. Let's do our second reading. Remember, this time we're trying to find our compound words, or words that have 2 words put together that make a new word with a new meaning. Let's start with our title. The Shellfish and the Seagull. There are 2 words in that title that are both compound words. Can you find them? They are shellfish. A shell is an outer, hard, protective shield that some animals have, and a fish is something that lives in water. Our second compound word is seagull. The sea is another word for ocean, or a body of salt water, and a gull is a type of bird. Now when we look at the body of our poem, let's start line by line and see if we can find any of those compound words. There was a little shellfish. There's that word shellfish again. That's a compound word. By the seaside in the sand. Did you hear a compound word in that line? It was seaside. The seaside is the beach, or the place where the water meets the land. Sea, again, means ocean or salt water, and side is the edge. He crawled along the seashore. Did you hear our word? Our compound word is seashore. That's another word for beach. Where the water met the land. No compound words in that one. The shellfish thought he was alone. They keep using that word shellfish. And somewhat out of reach. Our word somewhat is a compound word. Some means an amount, and what is a word that stands on its own. It's a question that we often ask. But when put together, it means kind of, sort of. Until a hungry seagull came. Did you hear a compound word? I did. It was seagull. And ate him on the beach. No compound words in our last line. Nice job, friends. For our last read through, we are going to echo read our poem. This means that I'll read and then you'll echo back after me. The Shellfish and the Seagull. There was a little shellfish by the seaside in the sand. He crawled along the seashore where the water met the land. The shellfish thought he was alone and somewhat out of reach until a hungry seagull came and ate him on the beach. Excellent job. There were many compound words in our poem today. Let's reread them. Shellfish, seagull, shellfish, seaside, seashore, shellfish, somewhat, seagull. This poem made me wonder if there were any other ocean-related compound words. And I discovered there's actually quite a few. For example, seahorse and seashell, pufferfish, stingray, and many others. For today's activity, I chose a few to make a compound word flip and read folder. Mine looks like this. Seaweed. When I open up my flaps, it says seaweed. The next one, jelly and fish. Can you guess what word that makes? Did you guess jellyfish? Then I wrote sand and castle. Which makes sandcastle. And the last one that I used for my flip and read is light and house. Do you know what that makes? The compound word lighthouse. Let me show you how I made this flip and read. You're going to need a piece of paper, scissors, and some coloring tools. So to make our flip and read, we need a plain piece of white paper. I did a little bit of folding. To make it the shape that we want it to be, we have to fold the outside edge to the middle of the paper. And then we turn it around, and we do the same to the other side. So now we have our flaps that are going to open. We just need to separate them. So I open back up. And if you'd like them to be precise or exact, you can kind of use the edge and fold it. I like to put just a little fold at where I'm going to start my cutting. And then I fold up the bottom to the middle as well. That'll make a second section at the bottom. And then I do the same on the other side. That'll give me 4 different possible sections to create my flip and fold compound words. Okay, and then on those creases that I had made, I take my scissors and I'm simply going to snip in and stop at the fold. There we go. When we're done, you should have 8 little flaps that fold in towards the middle. Next, you need to choose the words that you're going to be putting on your compound word flip and fold. I'm going to do one as an example, and you can come up with your own as the rest. Miss Dempsey, when I was little, used to have a goldfish. Your compound words don't need to be fish or ocean related. I'm just kind of stuck on that topic for some reason. I'm going to start up at the top, and I'm going to write the word gold, old, and what's the other word that goes with gold to make the word goldfish? Oh yeah, fish. Fish. There we go. Then over here, I'm going to draw some gold. There we go. And when I color it in, I will make sure that it is a golden color. And then over here, I have to make a fish. Oh, he came out kind of cute. So gold and fish make the word goldfish. And then when I get my crayons out, I will color my goldfish bright gold. And there you have it. Gold and fish make the compound word goldfish. I hope you have fun making your very own flip and read. To read, practice, and enjoy making your compound words. Happy reading! Until next time, see you soon.